Hey y'all, Erin here with
Timothy
and Timothy and Evie, and we are so excited to be with you because we are going to be talking about something super fun. We are going to be talking about our read alouds that we did this year, our school year for 2022-2023. So these were what we did for Timothy's second grade year, and then Evie was 4 this year, but she also listened to some of them.
I turned 5 a few days ago. April.
And so she has some input as well. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is if it gets a 5-star rating, that means it's awesome. We love it. If it gets a 4, that means it was great. If it gets a 3, that is, it was pretty good, I liked it. Number 2 is there were some good parts. And 1 is, nah, not really for me. So that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, guys, you ready?
Yep. Ready!
Okay, so the first books that we're going to do are the ones that were included with My Father's World, Adventures in U.S. History. So the first one is Pilgrim's Adventures. What are you gonna say for this one?
A 3.
Okay, hold it up. Let's see, I think I'm gonna give it a 4. That's a 4 for me. All right, the next one is The Courage of Sarah Noble.
A 4.
A 4. What was this one? What was this about?
A little girl who her father, she and her father went somewhere, and they went first. They could find a place to start building a house, and then the father left her little girl with some Indians.
And they took care of her until he came back.
Yeah.
It was a really beautiful story. I give this one a 5. All right. All right, the next one is Sarah Witcher's Story. What do you give this one? 4 for you? I'm gonna give that one a 5 too. That was a really good one. Farmer Boy, what would you? 5. That's a 5 for me. And Mountain Born, what would you give that one?
A 5.
You give that one a 5?
Yeah,
wow.
I really liked it.
I'm gonna give Mountain Born a 5, and let me tell you why. So for Adventures in U.S. History, we did the names of Jesus, and they lined this book up perfectly
With
when
the,
Jesus is a shepherd.
Yeah.
And so I love this book talks so perfectly about what it's like to be a shepherd, what all that entails, and I thought it was a beautiful story. All right, and the last book from My Father's World is Grandma's Attic. Why do you give this one a 5?
Because I really like, in here, her grandma told this book. Inside the book, the chapters were her grandma telling her stories.
Yeah, it was very nice. Her grandma was telling her lots of stories. All right, so those 5 books were from My Father's World, Adventures in U.S. History, and the rest are the ones that we chose for ourselves. All right, so because we were doing Adventures in U.S. History, I was really looking forward to doing all the American Girl doll books. I had the ones from when I was a child. This was one of mine, and then I really looked on yard sale pages, the thrift stores, looking for the collections. My sister-in-law found some for me, so I was really hopeful for these, but they didn't quite turn out the way I was hoping. Maybe they'll work a few more years down the road. But meet Kirsten. What did you think of her?
I still don't remember.
You remember this one? I think you
don't.
Okay. Well, it's a 5 for me because this is so nostalgic for me.
I don't remember.
You don't remember it? That's okay. Meet Felicity. Do you remember this one? Nope. That's
Not
a
really.
5 for me.
But I remember this one.
Do you want to put a star up for her? Do you remember Meet Samantha?
Remember? Do you not remember her?
I give this one a 5 because I love all the American Girl doll books.
Okay, so she gets mine. It's 4.
Okay.
I can put mine up.
Okay. 5 for Samantha. Okay. And then Meet Josephina.
5.
Timothy did like this one.
No, but you didn't hear it.
Yeah, I think I just read that one to Timothy.
Yeah, you just read it to me.
Okay, so here's a few of our other ones. The Sign of the Beaver. What would you give this one, Timothy?
A 4.
Okay.
Where?
5. I loved it, loved it, loved it. That was a good one for me. All right, Son Fox. I'm gonna give this one a 4 too. And the only reason why would you give it a 4?
I like that he wanted to save his grandpa's farm, but it had a sad ending.
That's what I was gonna say too. I like books that are happy or hopeful, and there was and it was hopeful and it was happy, but there was just a teeny tiny bit of sad part at the end, and that sad part knocked it down to a 4 for me. Okay, the next one.
This book
I think you might like this one. This is called Sophie Mouse, A New Friend. I think I can read this one to you soon. Would you like that? Yeah. Okay, what would you give this one?
A 5.
5?
Yeah.
I think
the picture looks pretty.
it looks pretty. There's more pictures in here. Well, I'm still talking about the other books. Do you want to look at the pictures? There's pictures in there. I feel like I'm gonna give this one a 4. I liked it a lot. It was really good, but I have so many 5s. I don't want them to all be 5s. It was really good. I liked it. I recommend it, but not a 5 for me. All right, Tolliver's Secret.
A 5.
For me, 100% 5. Why would you give this a 5?
Because this is a little girl, and she got into, she was able to help a chain of people deliver this message to George Washington.
Oh my goodness. She helped deliver a secret message to George Washington. Such a good book.
George Washington!
The next one is the best Christmas pageant ever. What are your thoughts on this one?
5.
5? I'm gonna give it a 5 too. I'm gonna give it a 5 too, and this is why. This book, it kind of takes a while to get into it, but it tells the story of a family of children who are hearing the Christmas story for the first time, and they have questions and they're confused, and it's such this new idea, a new thought, a new story for them. So it was actually very, very beautiful, and I enjoyed it a lot. Okay.
5.
5, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I give that a 5 too. Why do you give it a 5? I'll tell you what, I give it a 5 while you're thinking.
Where is this one?
You want me to put it right here? Yeah. I give this one a 5 because while I was reading it, Timothy would say, "One more chapter, Mama. Oh, that's so funny," or "Wow, that's interesting." Or he could say, "I could smell the chocolate." And so, yeah, I liked reading this one, especially because of Timothy's reaction to it. Okay, this book, The Boxcar Children #1, I had been on the hunt for this. I finally found it at a thrift store. For some reason, I had decided I wanted the original cover, and or this cover anyway. And so I finally found it, and we just recently read it, and I think we both really loved it. I'm gonna give it a 5 too. Timothy, why did you love this book? Why would you give it a 5? Two reasons.
The oldest boy, Henry. He would go out and get jobs from this doctor. And
he was taking care of his siblings.
Yeah, and then the 2 other sisters, Anne, Henry,
and Benny.
Well, they were they were helping Benny. You know, they were like protecting them. Those are my 2 reasons.
Yeah. So
what about you?
I enjoyed this book, The Boxcar Children. So this is Henry, this is Violet, and this is Jesse and Benny. I enjoyed this book because the children, they all worked together and they took care of each other. I especially loved Henry because he made sure that the family all stayed together. He worked for a job so that he could get food to provide for his siblings, and so that was very beautiful. And there's a lot of books in this series, so.
I see golden sticks on the bottom of one.
Oh, I think maybe they painted over that color. So I think we'll enjoy reading these as a family. Okay, next is the Pinderwicks. What would you have to say about the Pinderwicks?
No, I meant 5.
Oh, I was so surprised when I saw the 4. So
5.
the Pinderwicks are a 5 for me. I started this one at a reading recommendation from a Read Aloud Revival. And we read the first book last year, so we did the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th book this year.
And for all of them.
There is a 5th one. We haven't read that one.
For these.
Yeah, there's 5 in the Pinderwick series. So which one would you say your favorite was? There's the 2nd one is on Garden Street. There's the 3rd one at Point Moulette, and the 3rd one is the Pinderwicks at Spring.
This one.
All right, why is this one your favorite?
I don't know. Wait, can I see that one again?
Yeah, I can tell you why it's my favorite. The 3rd one in the series is my favorite. The 3rd one is very reminiscent of the first book. The sisters are all together. They go on vacation with their aunt, and they take along their best friend Jeffrey with them. Jeffrey's not really in the 2nd book so much, and very little in the 4th book. So Jeffrey's one of my favorite characters. We see a lot in the 1st book and the 3rd book. Okay. And Batty starts becoming interested in music, and so Jeffrey is kind of her mentor in that. And guys, I need to tell you, this book, oh my gosh, that was this one right here, the 3rd book or 4th book in the spring. It was kind of hard. It was sad a lot. I don't want to give away, but
I'm born in the spring, right?
You were born in the spring. You're right. So, but all together, I just love this series. It was a great series.
Me too.
Okay, the next one we're gonna talk about is
keep the 5 out.
The Sarah Plain and Tall series. So you already have your 5 out. I'm gonna give it a 5 too. Why would you give this a 5?
I don't know.
You just enjoyed it?
Yeah.
So there's 5 books in the series. The first one's Sarah Plain and Tall, then the 2nd one is Skylark, Caleb's Story, More Perfect Than the Move, and then Grandfather's Dance. And it takes place on the prairie.
This one, it took us only one night to read.
Oh, we read this in one night?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was only 10 chapters and they're short.
We just kept going. It was so good, huh?
Mama, I almost fell asleep.
Right now?
No, you didn't.
I almost.
How can you
Okay. Yeah, so this was a great series. We definitely enjoyed it. They're a pretty quick read. So it dealt with what we're learning about in history this year. Talked about the prairie. Talked about Maine because that was from where the main character was. In the 2nd book, it took place in Maine. So I did enjoy this series quite a bit. All right, the next series we're gonna talk about, Evie, you're finally gonna get to use your stars. You ready? We're gonna talk about Heartwood Hotel.
Of course.
What would you give Heartwood Hotel?
I would give it a 5.
Me too.
All 4s are 5.
All right, so you heard it from us. Mama, Timothy, and Evie, we all give Heartwood Hotel a 5. Okay, so Timothy's talked a lot. Evie, why did you love Heartwood Hotel?
Because everybody helped out in all of them, and that made it really good.
And who was the main character in Heartwood Hotel? What's her name?
Mona.
Mona. Did you like Mona?
Yes.
What did you like about her?
That
She was a good helper.
she said that her home was now the Heartwood Hotel, and this tree is the Heartwood Hotel.
Do you remember what season this one took place in?
No.
Fall.
I do. Fall.
Fall.
Which season was this one?
Winter.
Winter.
Spring.
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 And then which season was this?
Summer.
Summer.
Oh, yes.
We have like 4 pages left, so we're gonna finish this one today. But they were so good. I would say quite wholesome. And you can see
I
the
can tell
girls
you
and
why I like
boys
it.
and different ages. Okay, Timothy, why did you like it?
I like it because Mona always figured out a way to save the day.
She did. Mona
What
always.
does wholesome mean?
means
Wholesome.
wholesome is like sweet stories, like good stories. hopeful stories. There are bad things that happen, but they can overcome them with hope and then being helpers. Yeah, okay. And then the next one we're gonna talk about is, what is this one?
I wouldn't give that a 5.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, no.
You can give it whatever score you want to give it. What would you?
4.
That's a.
I mean 4.
You're gonna give that one a 4? Timothy, what do you give it? 5?
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a 5, and this is why you picked this one off the bookshelf. You remember?
So why do you call it a 4?
Yeah. Why did you give it a 4?
I don't know.
Did you love this story, or did you think it was good, great?
I don't love it.
You didn't? Did you know that there's 2 more books in this series? There's the one and only
Bob and the one
Bob.
and the one and only
There's
Ruby.
2 and only Bobs.
Did you wanna keep reading those books and hear Bob's story and Ruby's story?
Yeah.
So this means this is good.
Okay. Well, I give it a 5. I loved it. I loved Ivan. I loved Ruby. I loved Bob. And I really, really want to read the one and only Bob and the one and only Ruby because I think those look so good. Lastly,
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
there we go.
Remember.
What do you think about the green ember?
Wait, I wish I could make a 100.
Did you hear that? He wishes he could make a 100. So you give it a 5. I definitely give it a 5.
Can you make 54?
You want to do a 5 on there? Ready? We give it a 5. All right. Who are the main characters of the Green Ember?
Heather, Pickett, and then
These 2.
I think the next 2 were Smalls and Emma.
So the main characters are Heather and Pickett, and then like he said, the next main characters after that were Smalls and Emma. And these books are a little bit bigger, so
Yeah,
it takes
but
us
they're
a little,
fun.
But I mean, Timothy's like, one more, Mama, one more, and then he wants to keep. We want to talk about the characters. So
And this one, we just finished it a couple of days ago, and
2 days ago, yeah.
2 days ago, we read 9 chapters to finish it.
That tells you something, doesn't it? It was so good.
Yeah.
So
And in the first one, we read 8 chapters to finish
Yeah.
it too.
all right. Woo!
When did you get this one?
So Timothy got 3 of the Green Ember books for his birthday. So we just finished the 2nd book, and now we're on the 3rd book, and then we're gonna keep going to the 4th. And we just had a great year. Oh, he's gonna hug these books. Yeah. So would you say these have been your favorite books this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
400 probably.
All right, so these are Timothy's favorite. I don't know if I can pick a favorite because there were so many good ones this year. We had a great year of read alouds. We just read as much as we can at school time, poetry, tea time, bedtime, you name it. Sometimes in the car, out and about. But we had a great year of read alouds, and I'm looking forward to next year's read alouds too. I hope this was entertaining, interesting. Maybe you got some good ideas for your read alouds for your family. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.